times, all right? Good luck to both of you.
Such an imposing and dramatic figure in there. Doesn't throw a lot of body punches, or at least hasn't done so in his previous 27 fights. Will he go there, or will he stick with his head hunting?
He started to try to beat on Byrd anywhere in his body, on his arms, his shoulders.
Really firing it. He wants to set up the right hand, and he gets Byrd with the right hand, pins him in the corner, and already Byrd begins to feel the power.
Since he's a southpaw,
of the United States. Byrd begins his own offensive assault, moving forward for the first time in the bout. The second round. He's been much more active here against Byrd than he was in that fight against Haye. Larry is almost frightening.
It looks as though Byrd is trying to chop down in the corner. Klitschko trying to hit anything that moves or stands still. As you can see, there's a part of him that sort of clanks.
Byrd's feeling was, if he can get into the second half of the fight, Klitschko may tire. Box numbers in round number one, Klitschko 11 out of 45, Byrd 6 out of 24.
Klitschko is not, that right hand almost looked like it hurt Byrd. Apparently it didn't.
But of course, with 20 knockouts in the first 2 rounds, nothing mysterious about what Klitschko tries to do. Catch. Only the second time in his 28-fight professional career that
maybe the foot was had some brass.
I went down and I was out. To Byrd's body. Round 3 begins with openly confident about his chance to take advantage of this big opportunity. Now he finds himself pinned in the corner again. Klitschko tries to go to work with the right. Right hand trying to punch through the guard. Byrd comes back with a left to the body.
But Klitschko is fighting a pretty disciplined, well-paced fight.
Byrd is a heavyweight, adopting position.
Man miss. You've got to make him pay when he misses less than a safety first and safety second fighter.
Now, and that lands flush to Klitschko's chin. After first frustrating them, and Klitschko not yet as aggressive at this stage of the fight, a better, more accomplished body puncher. And
so far, he hasn't had the rush.
Encouraging for Byrd, who landed 6 out of 17 power punches in the last round.
Few shots in one of the rounds, but in round 3, his advertising outside the ring is really bothering Chris Byrd.
Every family feeling is that the plan has a chance of working out. There's Klitschko trying to fire the right hand right up through the guard, and the expectation is that most heavyweights would. It didn't turn out to be the case. He even went so far as to buy an advertisement in the Las Vegas Review-Journal.
A master of escapology. But can you beat a guy in his hometown that way?
But he's having to try to aim those right hands instead of really unleashing them. Now there's another right hand.
Yeah, I was surprised how well he took that punch, because that was a clean right hand.
Byrd looping over the top, and Klitschko coming up underneath with the right hand. The ticklish part of the plan, clearly, for Byrd.
Good right hand right there. Byrd seemed to handle it.
At least you expect so. If he's going to win enough rounds, and with a victory here tonight, he can gain back what he lost in the Abeabuchi fight last year. As for Klitschko,
a sterling performance unless he ends it with a knockout.
27 knockout streak will go away. Hard left hand by Byrd. You heard translation, you got to throw more punches. And now Byrd is doing it.
Russians or former Russians are not the favorite people of Berliners.
The Russians aren't the favorite people of Ukrainians either.
when she said she thought Klitschko was an arrogant Russian.
Whether that means the fight is changing in his direction remains to be seen. But a Byrd rally punctuates the round.
Here we see how Byrd uses that escapology, but he doesn't always come out of it punching. He fights big men like the middleweight he once was. And on this occasion, he does come back.
Meanwhile, in Klitschko's corner, try to land punches, not to try to land with such overwhelming force. Saduna apparently believing that Klitschko is trying to hit the home run.
It's like going up against a knuckleball pitcher every time, and that's what big sluggers.
Brother Wladimir simultaneously speaks to him in Russian. Round 6 of what is becoming an interesting heavyweight fight in Berlin, Germany, between the towering Vitali Klitschko. Just land the punch.
Yeah, he's made
the right hand.
He's made a good adjustment to what happened to him in the last round.
Byrd's protected cup is loosening in the back. In the 6th round, as Larry pointed out, Klitschko making a good adjustment and regaining his momentum in the fight. Just might go the distance. And that would change Klitschko's bargaining power and his market position.
Finally won the round. He kept catching Byrd as Chris moved in.
Pace yourself in the fight, move it one way or the other.
27 previous fights of greater than 6 rounds. So we're moving into an area of the fight with which Byrd is considerably more familiar. The left hand. About 25%. Against all previous opponents, he connected at around a 47% rate. Right so far. And if you're wondering about the difference between Byrd against the big puncher last year, and against Klitschko this year, one obvious change, quicker than Klitschko has been able to be here.
You have this strange sight of David coming forward and Goliath.
You also have to wonder at what point does Klitschko perhaps become frustrated. This is from Kiev University. First lieutenant in the Ukrainian Air Force on Chris Byrd, whose father Joe Byrd, who used to set his sons up. One of Byrd's advisors, John Hornauer, came in here tonight. Byrd learned to be invisible while standing still. In effect, a man who can stand right in front of you and never be found by a significant punch. That's what he's trying to be against one of the biggest punchers in the sport here tonight.
Not trying to put any hurt, serious hurt.
Klitschko lands with a left hook. Manages to find Byrd's head with a now harder right hand. Byrd comes back with the left. Again, Klitschko to the body, and this time a big right hand, and Byrd comes back with a double left of his own. Just a little bit more often now.
But you know, he's doing something pretty smart, Klitschko. He's not trying to punch through the target because it's too hard to do that with Byrd. He's punching at the target and piling up points. If the knockout comes, it comes.
Do you think there's some support, Larry, would give him just as much credit for an intelligent, well thought out decision victory over Byrd as for another big knockout?
Right hand followed by a counter left hand by Byrd.
Up against it, going to Berlin to fight Klitschko on what amounts at this point nationality. Straight right hand lands for Klitschko. And a harder right hand for Klitschko. Byrd not firing back as Klitschko targets, and now there's the left hand by Byrd, too. Our translator, Cornelius Winter, telling us now that Klitschko's trainer has said Klitschko's left hand is hurt, and he can't use it to the full extent. but he's still using it and throwing it. And it's the right hand that does the big damage most of the time anyway. Crowd firing 3 punches in combination.
That was Byrd's best series of punches. It was flat-footed, good series to the head and the body.
Byrd trying to dull Klitschko into believing that he had hurt him with the right hand, and now Byrd exciting the crowd by landing back in counter, and Klitschko fires a left hook and then comes back with 3 rights. And there's another right hand landing for Klitschko, and Byrd fires back with a left of his own. Klitschko minding his business in there. Byrd misses with the left, and Klitschko with a glancing right hand.
Okay.
It's okay.
It's okay. Macht gar nicht mehr. It's vorbei.
Okay, it's over. We are giving up.
Komm, it's okay.
It hurts too much.
Gut. Es geht nicht.
No, it's okay. Don't worry.
Wait a minute.
They're stopping it. They are. That's exactly what Cornelius Winter just told us.
I can't believe what I've just seen.
Vitali Klitschko elects not to go on with his left hand apparently too damaged to continue, and Chris Byrd gets a victory. Chris Byrd taking a fight on 10 days' notice, retrieves a portion of what he lost last year against Ike Ibeabuchi. Vitali Klitschko,
The new heavyweight champion of the WBA is Chris Byrd.